I never met my Uncle Marcus. He died alone in a small town in Vermont, in a house no one had lived in for over 30 years. They said he never left, that he never even opened the curtains. And yet, when he died, the house was immaculate, as if he'd been waiting for something. I inherited the place. Small, creaky, packed with old furniture. Smelled like dust and lemons. But there was one part one hadn't noticed on the blueprint. A tiny, narrow door beneath the stairs, padlocked shut, untouched. The key was around Marcus's neck when they found him. I opened it on the third night. The key turned with effort. The door groaned open slowly, and behind it, darkness. Not empty space, darkness, thick like ink. A staircase descended into the black, made of stone, too cold for the house. The smell hit me then, old soil, burnt paper, and something metallic. I shone my flashlight, carvings on the walls, symbols I didn't recognize, steps that went deeper than the house should allow. And halfway down the stairs, a chair, wooden, facing the wall, with ropes still tied to the arms. That night, I woke to a sound like fingernails on wood, slow, rhythmic, coming from under the stairs. I didn't check, just sat in bed, sweating, listening. The next morning, there were scratch marks on the door, from the inside, fresh, and someone had placed an old photograph on my kitchen table. It was black and white, faded, a man sitting in the basement chair. His head was turned toward the camera, but his face was scratched out, scrawled across the back. "Don't sit." I set up an audio recorder outside the stair door, picked up breathing. Not wind, not animals, human breathing, heavy, ragged, and at one point whispering, "Where is he? Where is he?" I was promised. I played it 5 times. The 5th time it answered, "You." I deleted the file, but the next morning it was back, burned onto a CD sitting on my pillow. Last night, I saw someone move behind the stair door. I turned every light on, took a knife, opened it. The staircase was longer now. At the bottom, the chair faced me, and sitting in it was a man in a suit, eyes stitched shut, lips barely parted. His head tilted slightly, like he was listening, and in his lap, a second key, with my name engraved on it. He didn't speak, but I heard him clearly. "If you take the key, you stay. If you leave, I follow." I didn't take it at first. I backed up the stairs, shut the door, and tried to forget, tried to sleep, tried to think logically, but the house didn't let me. Every mirror showed that chair behind me. The kitchen lights flickered in rhythm, 1-2, 1-2, like breathing, and something knocked from inside the floorboards. 3 short knocks. Every night at 3:33 a.m. I gave in. I opened the door again, and this time the man in the chair was smiling. I reached out and took the key. His stitched eyes opened. They were hollow, no pupils, just darkness that pulled me in. The man didn't move, but the house changed. Behind me, the stairs were gone. Only stone walls now, moist, breathing. The key burned in my hand. And then I heard his voice again. To lock me in, something must stay. To close the door, something must wait behind. Then I saw a new door appear in the wall. Not wood, flesh, and it opened on its own. Inside was a mirror, and in the reflection me, but older, tired, pale, dressed exactly like Uncle Marcus in the only photo I had of him. I reached toward the mirror, and so did he, but when our fingers touched the glass, I stopped moving. He smiled. The man in the chair behind me said, "The house needs memory. You are the next." And then I was sitting, in the chair, tied by nothing, yet unable to rise. The mirror faded, and I waited, If you're reading this, you found the house. Maybe you were left it. Maybe you broke in. Maybe you felt drawn here like I did. There's still time. Don't open the door under the stairs. Don't take the second key. And most importantly, if you hear knocking, never knock back. Because once you do, the house knows your name, and it never forgets who owes it a soul.